you as a consumer, when you're buying or selling your home, have you ever wondered why there's this brokerage logo and maybe your agent has a personal brand logo and how that all kind of plays into the mix? Well, today I'm going to dive into that and tell you exactly what to be looking out for, what matters, and why you should be dialing into the person that is going to serve you, not necessarily the brokerage in which they work for. So stay tuned. What's up, guys? I'm Jeremy Kane with Living in the Denver Suburbs over on YouTube. You're watching me on all the socials. What is up? At JKCO Realtor _ over on Instagram. Please do all the things, engage, like, comment, ask me any questions. I'm a little bit different on these channels. I like to come from a more strategic approach for the questions I get answered and talk a little bit about the market and how this all kind of blends together. So as we're kind of diving into this one, don't forget to share this with anybody who's thinking about buying or selling. I'd love to be that guy. If you're not in Colorado, I can still be a part of the transaction, and I have a referral network of over 90,000 agents globally through my brokerage, which we'll talk about in a second. So do all the things, like, comment. Thank you so much, and you can always reach out, shoot me a DM, shoot me a text. All the information should be below. Okay, so let's talk about this. First and foremost, what is the difference, right? I was actually talking to an agent today, and we talked a little bit about company brand and what that looks like. Certainly, there are people out there that are very brand specific, especially when you get up in the luxury, that want a specific company on the radar. The truth is that every licensed real estate agent has to hang their license with the managing broker, employing broker. Some agents start their own company, and a lot of times that's to eliminate some of the overhead. Typically, an agent is on some sort of transaction fee or commission split. So when we get paid a commission, typically the brokerage takes a portion of that. Legally, we have to hang our license at a brokerage that's licensed with the state. We have to have an overseeing managing broker that has the education level. Technically, when you sign a listing contract or a buyer's agency, you are agreeing to a contract with the brokerage. They own the rights to that contract. Typically, though, you are reaching out to an agent or you're connected with an agent through a lead source, and that person is presenting them and representing that brokerage. Okay, that's great. All brokerages offer some sort of, marketing, branding, all the things. Some require their brand to be front and center. They require their colors, their logos, all the things. Some are a little bit more lax. My company believes in the personal brand of the agent while following all the state guidelines. So you see a lot of different branding. You see my JK logo and all those things. And so when this kind of comes to fruition, that's when everyone's like, okay, so yeah, I don't even know what brokerage you're at, right? When I switched brokerages from my dad's brokerage to where I'm at now, people were like, well, do we still get you? Well, absolutely, you still would get me and my service, and that's where this kind of rolls, right? The brokerage is brokering the deal, handling the compliance, making sure everything's good. We have to, adhere to our brokerage rules, our independent contractor agreement. Most of agents are independent contractors for that brokerage. We have to adhere to our MLS rules and our Realtor Board dues rules, which is more the ethics side, and of course the state license laws as well. So we have a lot of kind of overseeing parties there. And so the truth is brokerages offer a marketing package. Most of the big brokerages offer opportunities to have kind of their marketing. In this day and age with social media and video and all the things, most agents go outside of their brokerage to get professional photography because they like the style of somebody. They go outside for printing and graphic design and all of the things, and then they just adhere to the state guidelines based on the brokerage. Therefore, it doesn't really matter what brokerage your agent works at. That's just kind of an oversight, a bureaucratic kind of piece of the puzzle. The truth is, when you're interviewing an agent or you're talking to an agent, how they run their business and how they provide the services is what is going to separate your experience. Every agent, say homes, for people that are watching this, are sold on the MLS. Every brokerage has the ability to do that. certainly some brokerages are bigger than others, and some people can, offer to sell your house off market and all the things. That that's still a thing. Some people don't want their house on the market, whether it's kind of their prestige or, for whatever reason. They have tenants in there. They don't want to know that they're selling and that the landlord might switch over, whatever it is. Sometimes that matters, right? So if you're dealing with an agent that's their own broker and you want to sell the house off market, they can just go to their social media channels, their professional channels that they have, right? For someone like me at a brokerage with 90,000 agents globally, I can at least put it out to everybody within the brokerage, with your permission, of course, and help that grow. Right? There are certain luxury models that talk a lot about, this service and that service and whatever. The truth is that almost every brokerage offers those canned services, but most agents aren't even using those. If we have a super luxury listing, we're going to go get an amazing videographer. We're going to go get an amazing photographer, and we're going to hire those people out. We're going to go get the amazing stager, and we're going to pick people that represent how we want you to be served. That's, how we want to service you. And so that's kind of the confusion, right? So most people are like, oh yeah, Jeremy's a real estate agent. Boom. You see the logo of my company on the contracts. Maybe you understand that, that's the brokerage, but usually you're just like, I just want your service and how you operate. I like that, your knowledge, all the things. Just because you work at one brokerage or another doesn't mean that you have any market expertise in a specific neighborhood, any access to any more data than the data that we all have, right? Certainly there's people out there, title companies and things that give you, different things, but agents at all brokerages have access to that information because the title company wants to serve as many brokers as they can. So as we kind of get down to this, you're like, okay, well, why are we having this conversation? Because so many agents are so concerned with the brokerage, right? And the biggest thing from an agent that I'm going to tell you is that if your agent is so tied to the brokerage that they are at when it comes to selling your home, and this is the reason and that's the reason, the truth is that they don't have the personal brand or the ability to extend a personal brand to market themselves. So how can they market your property the best? That's the question I really want to ask. And I want to bring this to everybody's attention because I hear people talking about it all the time. I talk to agents about joining our brokerage and they talk about, well, the brand this, the brand that, this brand, that brand. And the truth is when I sit down and I ask them, I say, well, who really sells the houses? Right? Who do your clients hire? Do they hire ABC Brokerage or do they hire you as the agent? 100% of the time, agents say they hire me as the agent. Therefore, from the consumer perspective, you should also be working through that. Does this agent fit your needs? Do they have the experience? Do they have the tools in their tool belt, regardless of what brokerage they're at, to serve you, sell your house, help you find a home, do all the things? Because all the brokerages, especially the big ones, have access to the same tools. And how they're presented and how they roll out might be a little bit different. But if I hear one more time that this brokerage has an amazing tech, and you're talking to somebody who's at the most tech forward thinking company, created the cloud-based brokerage model, if you think that company has more tech than what I have, you're wrong. So that's just my soapbox for the day. But if you're thinking about buying or selling, or you hear somebody talking about, well, I need to call this brokerage because this, that, the other thing, the truth is they're charging you for that brand, and they're probably not any different than the agent that you're looking at right now to help you serve to get your home sold and get it done. So understand, the brokerage has its own place. We have to have a brokerage. We have to be a part of a brokerage. The agent is what can separate your experience overall. So if you know somebody that's had a bad experience or looking for a great experience, please give them my information. Send them this video. I would love to talk with them. Always here to help buy, sell, invest, build wealth through real estate. And again, while I live in Denver and I'm licensed in Colorado, I can be a part of your transaction globally and plug you into the very best of the best agents and agent brands within my brokerage. So hope that helps you guys. Hope you have a great evening, and make sure that you are doing your best to find the right fit for you and an agent versus hiring the brand that you recognize. The brand doesn't matter. The brokerage brand doesn't matter. The agent brand will take your experience over the top. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.